Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account doing a late night Saturday live stream. So I wanted to go in the campaign. I wanted to see exactly what the Witcher can do. So I actually picked up both the Witcher and Yennefer. Right here, I was building him out quite a bit, got a little bit of furniture on him, got some tier 3, tier 4 gear, got him to a plus 30 signature item, 30 engraving, so got him built up a little bit. For the survivability purposes, guys, you're going to have to build them out a little bit. And then, of course, Yennefer we have as well. Built her out to that plus 20 signature item. Need to get some more furniture on her. Started to gear her up as well, meaning that we have a lot more progression to make on both of these heroes. Overall, are they going to be worth it? Only time will tell. If they release a dimensional tower, these heroes are going to be absolutely vital when it comes to the dimensional tower. But overall, guys, I haven't used them in the campaign, which is why I wanted to do the stream tonight. Wanted to see if we could find some viability. I know we're in a pretty high level deficiency here, but ultimately, guys, can we get them to work within the campaign? That's really what I'm looking to do, is seeing, again, if we can get them to work in a campaign setting. I thought with having the trial versions, we might see them in the Twisted Realm, we might see them in the Cursed Realm, might see them in a couple different formations. I haven't been seeing them. It's interesting, but like I said, I haven't been seeing them anywhere. I thought they would be, but ultimately, guys, not as of yet. They might not. I don't know. So what's going on? We got William here, Darkblane is here, Subhan Master is here as well, and as Dark Lucifer. So again, guys, I want to go in. We can do a couple things. We can answer a couple questions. I want to do some summons. You can see, guys, we're almost to 60,000 diamonds. We are still building Brutus. So we are still building the awakened version of Brutus. We need 2 more copies, guys, and we will be able to get him up to that ascended level, burning through some of those diamonds, as well as all of the Stargazer cards that we've got. Saw Yennefer in the Fight of Fates. Oh, I haven't seen her in the Fight of Fates. That's actually interesting to see. I have not pulled her. Can we add her to there? That's actually a, I wonder if you could there. That's actually a, I wonder if you can fight her or if we can add her. I didn't even think about that. They are, yeah, they're here. They're both here. There we go, guys. So we can pop them into the Fight of Fates. I've just been doing this with the regular old, whatever they put in here, guys. This is something that you want to grind a little bit until you do get the Stargazer cards out of here. Once you get the Stargazer cards out of here, there's not a big drive for it at all, which is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping there'd be a little more to this. But overall, again, once you get a couple of heroes down, there we go, guys. So we have both of them in. I didn't even know I could put them in here. Again, I just went with the run-of-the-mill regular ones that we've seen. Yen is dominating the Treasure Scramble. So Treasure Scramble just literally ended. I ended 2%, which is pretty good. I am going to have to go in here. I'm going to have to make a note of that, Jonathan, that she is dominating in the Treasure Scramble. I'm going to have to check that out because, again, we're building her out a little bit. First thing I want to do, Rickety Cart, guys, we have some heroes to retire. I have been stockading heroes like I always do. I saved 2 legendary plus fodder heroes right here. Everything else gets recycled, guys. And I really do this on a very, very regular basis. So right here, we can retire all these heroes, guys. Not only the essence, but 115,000 coins. That is right, guys. Hero coins, 115,000, which is incredible. Allows me to power level the Elder Tree, which 2 of the branches are maxed out. We're continuing to build out this Elder Tree with all of the resources that we're getting out of here. Started building out my tanking tree, so actually 66 right here, 80 on the sus tree, and then 111 already at might. Built that up quite a bit with getting Brutus. I'm going to continue with the Fortitude, getting a little bit more haste in here. Definitely going to be pushing in here. What's going on, Tragic? I just did that till I got the cards. Oh, yeah, I know the hero coins on the recycle, guys. Again, I recycle food nonstop. There is so much power leveling the tree. And like you've seen in here with the hero coins, it's got 23 days to reset. I'll buy probably both of these out within that 23-day period. Stack some more hero coins, so at reset, we can just go ahead and buy all those again. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can pull Brutus. Still waiting for Still waiting for the awakened version of Brutus. Retiring heroes is insane. I also do it. Yes, you have to have 60 ascended heroes. What's going on, Venom? Thank you for joining our late night live stream. Like I was saying, you have to have 60 ascended heroes to go ahead and retire. Dims do not count. So these dimensional heroes do not count, guys, towards your 60. They don't count. So it has to be 60 regular heroes out of there. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do a couple summons, guys. We have just 10 scrolls. Again, hoping and praying for some awakened heroes. Faction scrolls, I'm still saving. There's not enough faction heroes that I need. But there we go, guys. A legendary hero, Lorzen. Again, just going to be more food out of there. Going to be more hero coins. We're up to 137 of our Stargazer cards, guys. And 58,000 diamonds. A ton in there, which is kind of crazy. Then, of course, Temple of Time. I get 2 cards every single day, guys. So over the last 4 days, we've pulled 8 cards in total. Unless there's an event, I'm hoping again that we can possibly pull a copy. Every single copy, guys, is 1 copy closer to getting Brutus done. We need 2. We still need 2. I have a couple stones in there as well that we could possibly get an awakened copy of Brutus. But it's going to be 8 cards closer, guys. And this is just burning through resources again and again and again. So nothing there. But again, we do have a couple in here. We have 1 pull, guys. Could it be an awakened hero? Let's see the streaming luck, guys. We need a copy of Brutus, and it is Gwen. But we got 7 stones here. Last time we got 2 hypogens out of stones. I think it might have been the superb ones, but elite stones. 7 here, guys. We get Taylene. Very nice. I do not have the original Taylene at 5 stars, so that will definitely help quite a bit. Everybody else, I think, in that formation is already maxed out. I think I already have everybody else already at 5 stars, but that gives us 1 more copy of Taylene. You can see, guys, I cleaned out my bags here with the auto open. I cleaned out an absolute ton of stuff. In addition, I did pick up another copy, and look at the fodder heroes. I picked up my other copy out of the event to get Lucretia. She is the one that we're building out next to 5 stars. There we go. So that gives us 4-star Lucretia. Almost done, guys. We need 2 more, which I think I'm just going to stargaze for those last 2 copies of Lucretia just to get that done. And again, we have a lot of resources in here. I feel like we can go in here. We can summon our last and final 2 copies of Lucretia. I don't think it's going to cost that much. I'm hoping. Just need 1 more copy of Awakened Thane for Ascended. Yes, tragic. So overall, the Awakened version of Thane, and if you guys follow the channel, the Awakened version of Thane on the Lightbearer account, the Awakened version of Thane on this account, has been the absolute most tragic hero that we have ever chosen, that we've ever summoned for, no pun intended. It was absolutely horrible, horrible, horrible rates with Thane. Awakened, or the Awakened version of Taylene, absolutely no problem. Aziz was pretty easy. Brutus has been pretty easy. But overall, the Awakened version of Thane has been horrible. It's been absolutely horrible. Even the Awakened Soulless that I did on the Wilder account worked incredibly well. We really didn't have any difficulty pulling copies of her. But for some reason, the Awakened version of Thane, guys, has been broke. All right, so we need 2 copies of Lucretia, guys, and she will be done again between the cards and the diamonds. And by the time we get those last 2 copies of the Awakened version of Brutus, I feel like we're going to be there. And there we go, guys. 1 pull, 1 copy. That's what we want to see. So it shouldn't take that many more cards to get our 2nd copy of Lucretia. And then she will be 5 stars, guys. That'll be our 4th, I think our 4th hero, our Celestial or Hypogen, and there it is. So not too bad. We only used, what, 50 cards? I think that was around 50 cards to get her to 5 stars, guys. But that completes her. So if we do pull more copies of her, we can actually swap, since we have her at 5 stars, we can swap those additional copies out of there to continue to build her, guys. Athalia we're building right now. We have, of course, if we get free hero chests, which we haven't seen in a while. Wukong is done. Flora is done. Then we also do have Zolrath is done. And now Lucretia is done. That is awesome. What's going on, Jordan? So there we go, guys. So that gives us 4 that are fully 5 stars, which is awesome. Then, of course, we know all of these dimensionals, guys, are pretty maxed out as well. We're getting pretty close to everyone being done. Even looking at the Noble Tavern, looking here, guys, we only have Sonia. Sonia needs 2 more stars, guys, and she is maxed out. Couple more for the Maulers, couple more for the Wilders, and 1 or 2 more stars on the Graveborns. And we have every hero 5 stars, sort of the Celestials and Hypogeans. So it's pretty cool to see, again, all of the heroes that we built through here. Furniture summons, I think I have 2, maybe 3. I think I got to 3. I'm going to go ahead and do these 3. Again, these cards we're saving for Brutus. We have Brutus in the wish list. We are trying to still build him. Guys, I want to try to get everything ready, so that'll give us actually 3 red cards for Brutus, which as we continue the push, guys, there's a mythic one right there, which is Audrey. And then our final one, just a little bit more, but 3 cards on there. That's 3 of 9 for Brutus already as we continue to build all of these heroes. 526 pieces of furniture, guys. We're getting quite a bit. We're getting quite a bit of furniture. Not enough for another summons. And overall, again, I want to try the campaign. The campaign is going to be a little bit tough, and I wanted to try. So right here is the single stages. I'm hoping again we can get them to work. Surprise stream, yeah. What's going on, Bears? Yeah, I tried to do a stream tonight. Most of you guys have seen putting the beast in the campaign has allowed a ton of players to make a lot of progression, guys. These have actually pushing the towers, pushing the campaign. It has been a lot easier since we've had these beasts released. Of course, guys, this is the guy that does the most damage, followed by Frost, followed by our little dragon guy. But I'm going to put him in, and again, we're going to go in, and I'm going to put Geralt in here, and I'm going to put Yennefer in here. We have both of them built out a little bit. Not sure level deficiency, not sure team-wise how this is going to work or how this is going to look, but I want to try with your guys' help exactly what we can do or what we can work on or how we can make kind of this team work. And I'm almost thinking Albedo in a formation like this just because of the defense and the attack in here. I wanted to try Alna. I thought Alna just to keep Geralt alive on this one. I don't know, again, if that is going to be a thing. If we're going to need more dimensionals, if we're going to need a solid support hero in here. Could be a Rowan, could be a couple different versions to kind of try to see what we can do. And again, we haven't seen any of them in formations. And I don't think he's going to be able to pull quite the damage that, you know, most people are thinking about or most people are looking for. And again, I don't have him fully maxed out. But overall, guys, I want to see there, he seems okay. Seems like he's got a little decent pushback. 1.38, even Yennefer, 1 million there, or 1 billion there. A lot of damage really quick. I'm wondering if, I'm feeling like we might need some crowd control type in here. I want to try. The pet didn't seem. Overall, guys, a lot of players have pushed quite a few levels. That's what the big thing. The pets, of course, the stronger you build the pets, Dark Lucifer, similar to your heroes, the more you build the pets, the more of the impact they're going to have because the pets have the multiplication factor, which a lot of people absolutely love, but it is that multiplication factor. Put Oden instead of Albedo so he can CC. Yeah. Like I said here, guys, I want to try a bunch of different things. I don't know if it's going to work by any means. If you have thoughts, if you have comments, absolutely, guys, just throw them in here because we want to see what's going to work. I was hoping Alna with the immunity would help a little bit, but as you can see, guys, she's just getting crushed. Absolutely just getting crushed within the formation. Might have to run Mishka in here. Mishka might actually be a pretty solid requirement. just for the simple fact of the crowd control aspect, possibly the survivability aspect in here. Also, this is not a good team, in my opinion, to really test out damage. There we go. He's up a little bit, which I like. By the time he ults, it seems like, look at that, guys. Mishka even putting out a lot of damage. Seems like overall it takes a little bit of time to ult. I wonder if we have him coming back row. I haven't even used him. Literally, since I built these heroes, I haven't used either of them. But again, he dies out pretty quick. That's what I was worried about. How many furnitures did I pull for Brutus? 0. We do not have any furniture that we actually pulled for Brutus yet. I have none. I have pulled none. What's going on, Derek? Who do I think is the most helpful beast? Honestly, from a beast perspective, so far the most helpful one has been this leveled up fire bearer or fire breather. Just for the fact that he mitigates or he nullifies healing. That's huge in a lot of campaign stages. Even in this campaign stage, that would actually be pretty good to nullify some of the healing that we see. He does incredibly well. And again, the guild that I'm in does an incredible amount of testing. So there was a lot of testing that kind of went into different formations, that went into beasts, a ton of data collection to really see exactly what's going to work, what's going to be viable, things of that nature. And the beasts are kind of what it is. And of course, they tested them when the guilds test the beasts, they test them maxed out. So they actually had all of the level 18 skills unlocked. Even the pets, I think most of them were maxed out level. Overall, guys, it seemed like the best beast was the fire breather was the best. Who do I think is the best out of the two? Flicks, out of those two, I would probably say Yennefer. Yennefer, just because of the crowd control aspect. Even here, I thought the Ulna combination, he would probably survive a little bit more. It seems like Yennefer, with that crowd control aspect that she brings, guys, is going to work pretty well. Again, I know this isn't really an ideal formation. Geralt does a decent amount of damage, but again, you have to keep him alive. I have to have him probably built up quite a bit more than where we're seeing him. Let's look at some of the, what do we have? Thorn Cheese. I hope this isn't all Thorn Cheese, guys. Some of these Thorn Cheese stages just, there we go. There's the Awakened Thane. They're on a little bit higher level than I am, but we'll see if we can get through this one. And a lot of people are using this little guy just because he's maxed out for just about everyone. Seems like he's maxed out. Can I add you to my friends list? Let me check. I actually haven't checked in a couple days if anyone has been AFK, but I can absolutely check it out and see. Yeah, I love Oden. Oden is one of the probably best crowd control. Look at that, guys. 8.83 billion from the Awakened version of Thane. That is awesome. That is very, very cool to see. All right, you know what? Let's try him back here. Let's hide him behind two of my most well-built targets. So let's drop Yennefer in here. And I want some, as much as I want more crowd control, guys, I want to see maybe some support. Let's go this route. Let's try to get rid of the traps, because we know there's going to be a sleep right off the front. And I'm wondering just the overall survivability aspect, which we know, guys, again, Awakened Thane is pretty tough to deal with. But even there, guys, Geralt and Yennefer are completely dead. So he died out really quick. She died out shortly after. Even the Awakened Disease, not too bad, 1.86. But Thane just absolutely crushing it. But I wanted to get through that stage because, of course, guys, the rewards we get, 20 of our cores, which I love. Rather comp with Yen instead of Thane. Try Merlin. Grezin Oh, Grez and Alna up front. The Grez Alna is pretty strong. That's what Alna Grez is a go-to. I would say a go-to. Even running with Silas in the back. Wonder if, again, I know Turtle Power is going to come over. Gorvo's just going to smush us. See Yennefer there. I know he's going to just come over and smush us. Would you say Yennefer is a good alternative for Mihira? Yes, Jordan. She works similar, but not quite as strong. That's kind of the big thing is Yennefer, her abilities, the Gooseberry ability, I think is what it's called, only works, I believe, on one target. Right here. So I believe it only enchants one target. Where you have Mihira that is enchanting everybody, which again is a big difference, guys. If you can enchant the entire team versus one single target, that's a game changer. And even here, guys, with this aura that she puts out, pretty good overall. But if nobody's in here, that's one thing. I don't like things in the game that are kind of situational. Because essentially, if nobody is within the aura that she's putting up, similar to like a Sophia aura, if nobody's in there, the aura doesn't do anything. That's kind of something to always remember with these heroes. If the aura is up and nobody is in the aura, her magic barrier is not going to do anything. Which here, guys, we have enemies in here. The enemy should be taking damage within this magical barrier, and of course, Geralt is just down here taking out Pippa, which I love. But overall, guys, damage is not there. Almost 10 billion there from Grez. It's kind of crazy. What's going on? Eljandro? And Antonio is here as well. Yeah, Grez and Alna up front. We could try. Yeah, we can definitely put Merlin in here. Let's try Merlin, because Merlin, of course, is going to give us a pretty decent damage mitigation. We could also try with Joan. Anything that's going to try to get these to work, because there's the damage mitigation. Yennefer still goes down super quick. But look at him, guys. He's pushing everybody back. That was actually pretty cool. What's going on? Midnight's Oblivion. And look, Geralt's down here just fighting it out with Pippa. He's taking care of Pippa down here all by himself. Oh, and then he gets run over. So he's literally solo fighting Pippa. Let me try putting him in the middle, because I know that the stack of enemies do make a difference for him. He can push everybody back, which I'm hoping in the fray. Boom, there's some crowd control or some mitigation. I think there's too much healing. We don't have enough damage to get through here with this formation. But 2.2, guys, that's pretty decent. 2.8. That's a pretty decent amount. Pretty decent amount of damage. I'm pretty impressed with that amount. So far, Antonio, the new dims aren't really doing much of anything, which we knew, guys. Coming into a high level deficiency, we knew was going to be difficult. But I definitely wanted to try it out. I wanted to see, and here they're living. So we actually have a little bit of a longer battle, which is good. But of course, guys, Almas, if you fight Almas does absolutely insanity. Look at that. 6.5 billion healed from Almas. If you use Almas does nothing. Almas is absolutely just fodder trash in so many ways. But if you fight Almas is incredibly difficult to kill. Let's see. I'm wondering if we can go. Let's go this route and try to get. I want to get more. We could put Lucretia in here. We got to get more damage. We have to get more damage. But again, I'm hoping that we can keep Geralt alive. There's Yennefer's ult. Boom. Even Lucretia's down here fighting Pippa. Lucretia, of course, does a significant amount of damage. Let's try to boost up, and I want to boost up the attack rating. That's why I like the Albedo combination. if we could get them to do a considerable amount of damage. Yeah, Lucy is unique to what Lucy does. Even in formations, guys. And again, he's just down here tearing it up with Pippa. All right, let's see what they actually use. Let's see if we can get through the formation. What is Mickey using? Eins. Oh, look at the combination there, guys. We have Eins and we have the awakened version of Thane. And we have crowd control back here, mitigation up front. I like it. I like the dims. So we have Awakened Thane that's kind of finishing, and we have Merlin that is kind of mitigating everything to make it pretty easy. Yeah, I caught you online. I always watch your videos, but somehow I miss you, love. Oh, well, thanks, Najib. Thanks for joining us. Like I said, I wanted to try... these stages are going to be hard. See, I like Mishka. I liked Mishka and I liked a star. I think that's a pretty good, solid mitigation piece. And then using Geralt and using Yennefer. Again, I want to try to keep these two together. Right here, we know that's not going to work. Athalia is going to kill anyone who comes out. And then, of course, Isabella is just going to do the exact same. We're going to see a very ugly battle right here. But I'm hoping the mitigation... Star, of course, puts out the big bubble. And I still love dealing with a Star. Such a cool hero. What's going on now for us? We're trying out the Witcher heroes in here. And unfortunately, right now, it's not going the best. But that's okay. I figured this is kind of how it would roll. Trying to see if we can find something that kind of works in here with the formation. Let's see, who else do we got down here? We have Thane in here. We have Aziz in here. Let's drop it in team number 3. Just see again if we can kind of get this to work a little bit. And look at that. Gwen just killed everybody. That is awesome. Currently stuck on 43.8. Yeah, when you start getting into chapter 43, when you start getting into 44, Antonio, it is tough. It's a lot tough. This is kind of, most of this is the pre-nerfed category. And you can see, guys, even how fast these levels are going up. It's kind of incredible how fast the levels in here do go up. Let's drop Aziz in here. I'm going to go ahead, and Rowan is really tough to deal with as well. There we go. So now we know. Look, Gwen is laying on her back, guys. But still, Geralt went down really quick in there. He just got absolutely crushed. There's not really that much damage coming at him. See, he goes down. Just got Awakened Disease from my 7th Elite Zone. Too bad it was. Oh, you finally got an Awakened one? That is awesome. Do your trial version. Yeah, the trial version would be a little bit higher. But the trial version, I think the trial version's done. I have 5 minutes on the trial. Yeah, the trial version has 5 minutes. I picked them up knowing that I wasn't really going to use them for much. But let's fuse the trial version. There we go. So it gave us signature item. It gave us engraving. Let's try the same just with Yennefer to anybody. That's funny. We get a 5-minute window. That's pretty funny, Jonathan. It's literally right at the end. Let's try it in here. Let's see if it does make a difference. So where are they? So there's the trial version. There we go. Let's see, guys. Now this is maxed out. Well, and still he goes down pretty quick right there. Same with Yennefer. Yeah, doing about the exact same damage. That might even been a little bit less with the damage on there. Does Geralt work with Albedo? Yes, he does work with Albedo, but it seems it even seems with the survivability, like with Albedo's buffs in here. We were trying it a little bit earlier. Because even with Albedo just giving the attack and the defense bonuses, Even here, look, he just gets wrecked, guys. That's what I was worried about. I know, again, I know we don't have him totally maxed out, but he's taken a lot of damage. He is, and even there, guys, 1.23 billion. He's not taking that much damage that he should literally just fall over. But we see the same problem with a lot of tanks, guys. If they don't have an immunity, they die out really fast. I mean, front line, he's just getting wrecked. Mishka, of course, can hold her own. But just interesting. Yeah, I could see it through earlier stages, and that's what a lot of people have said. They're not a really overpowered combination of the two heroes. Again, that's what a lot of players have kind of alluded to. You know, like the Ainz Albedo that was just simply broken. I mean, literally broken. Even here, guys, looks like we might have this stage down. But again, the combination of Yennefer and Geralt, not super broken. And even here, guys, 2 billion, 1.46. She's more of a crowd control aspect. Even Awakened Disease is doing a lot more damage than that. And then, of course, Thane just crushing damage. He's an old man hippo. Yeah, exactly. I know The Witcher is incredibly old in here, but it's cool. I've been knocking out all the peaks of time Wandering Bloom. Yes, Wandering Bloom, guys, a lot of those, you can borrow Ainz. That is what I really recommend, guys, is borrow a copy of Ainz. You can run through pretty much every single Wandering Bloom. Even if you have the test version of these two, they can pretty much run through anything with the trial versions because you get a max out to where you're at. So it does work incredibly well, which it's good to see. As much as I love The Witcher, and it's cool to see, we have to find essentially where we could use them, if we can use them, things of that nature. Mickey, of course, passed me right by, so I'm going to copy Mickey's formation, guys. I want to try to get through some of this. And look at that, guys. Stan Tace? Pronunciation I know is horrible, but we got a brand new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for the sub, guys. And we're at the halfway point. I was actually talking to a couple people. We wanted to do a give back, showing support. So we were looking at doing memberships during here. So we are going to do some of these Hippo, I think I can buy gift memberships. Membership gifting, that is what I wanted to do. So let's do this, guys. I want to check it out and see. I know it randomly goes to people, which was pretty cool to see last time. There we go, guys. We'll send this through. Let's see what we get. That's what we were hoping, guys. I know Javid isn't on here. I've been trying to get him a membership, but I'm going to have to join like a live stream by himself. Most of you know, guys, that he is a moderator for my channel. He's probably going to wake up in the morning and message me because he's going to freak because he has a little hippo next to his name. That'll be pretty cool. I definitely wanted to gift the memberships on there. And giving back to you guys, I love doing it. It's very, very cool, guys. All right, so let's see our formations here. Thorin Cheese with Zafriel. And that's it, guys. Both of our trio heroes have now expired. Heavy crowd control team right there, which I love. Same with this one, heavy crowd control team. And then, of course, the last one, we'll drop a beast in here. It has all Negrez, so very, very strong copies in there. Can I add you in? Yeah, let me check, guys. And this is always, guys, with the friends list, most of you know it is first come, first serve. So if there is anyone, and again, I haven't checked this in a while, we have probably some 7 days. So we have 3 players in here, guys, that we're unfortunately going to remove from the friends list because it's been over a week since we haven't seen them. And there we go. So goodbye. Joins the friends. I have 2 more slots, guys. I'm going to go back into the campaign. Again, first come, first serve. I don't prioritize any players out there, everything, but absolutely first come, first serve. And this is a Thorin Cheese stage right off the bat, guys, which is crazy. It's crazy to see, but doesn't seem like, is this really a Thorin Cheese stage? No, the first one was, that's weird. It didn't quite copy it, or maybe I didn't start it. I don't think I started it. Beast can only join one team. All right, where's the beast? Where's our double beast? There's the Firebringer. So he cannot join. We'll throw him in there. We got our little grassy orb. And then our polar bear. That should be good. We should have all those. Stargazing for Zap. Yeah, Zafriel is really strong. He's another hero, Raphael, that you have to build out. That absolutely requires a significant investment for him to do well. The engraving, a lot of players say that he is one of the absolute biggest heroes that needs the engraving. That Zafriel is one of the big crowd control heroes that have to have engraving to do exceptionally well. I haven't gotten him to a star to engrave him yet, but that's exactly what a lot of players have said. I'm stargazing for Mythic Twins. Yes, Dark Lucifer. Mythic Twins is another one. Absolutely, guys. The twins, you'll get to a point where they have to be mythic. You have to build them out far enough. If they're continuing to die within stages, they have to be stronger. You have to continue building them out. And this one, I think I might swap Oden within the formation if we're not using him somewhere else. Because I don't think we're going to get through Almas. Like we were saying earlier, guys, Almas in here, the healing in here is absolute insane for Almas. What is the in-game ID? It is 813-21553. I have it written down on a sheet of paper. The in-game ID. It's actually 813-21553. That is the in-game ID. Again, I'm sure those two spots are probably full already at this point, but that is the in-game ID. So I'm going to reset this. I'm going to see if we can drop Oden in here. As much as I like Mortis, I feel like Mortis doesn't quite carry a team as we see for some other heroes in here. And if we can keep Oden alive in here, guys, he scales so fast. He does so much damage. That's the big reason why we always say, guys, build out Oden. He can scale incredibly fast. Plus, he has the energy disintegration, so he will actually keep some of these ults from happening just because he starts casting so fast. I applied to be your friend. I hope you choose me. I'll go in there, J guy, and I'll just accept. That's what I always do, guys. Again, just to keep it fair. I go through the list on a regular basis. If you check back on a regular basis, I haven't really focused that much on it as of lately, as you can see with 7 days in there. But that's what I do. I go in there and I just reset or remove anyone who's inactive because a lot of players leave AFK. We've seen the previews. If you've checked out the previews for AFK 2, could possibly be a future title. We know it's using a lot of the same AFK arena heroes we've seen. We've seen Brutus, we've seen Rowan, we've seen Leica. I believe there's a couple other ones within pictures that we've seen, which look pretty cool. I mean, the game overall, some of the viewers on my channel have been seeing or have been playing the new game, and a lot of them have said it's pretty cool, that it is a pretty cool game. Let's see, 623 here. That's exactly where we're at. Let me try 623. And again, they're running that same Mortis formation. Again, back to our beast. They need to fix the beast situation. So who do we got? So we got Grassy right there. We got double Grassy. Go ahead and put Polar Bear in here. And yes, he looks like a giant kind of polar bear. Got Helos in here, guys. Instantly dies, of course, to buff up Lucretia. Very cool. Yeah, friends list, like I said, guys, first come, first serve for friends list. It goes incredibly fast, but who am I missing here? It literally copied the formation, and I have a gap in my formation. And we have Taylene in here, and we have Audrey in here. This isn't going to work. This one isn't going to work at all. Look at that level 552, guys. That's a big difference. That was Thorn Cheese. Brutus in here. Again, we don't have Brutus built up that much, but that formation could actually still work. Zolrath in here with Mahira works incredibly well. And then, of course, we have the Alnagrez, which is cool to see. But this one, again, this is the Brutus I've been using. It's been working. It has actually been working. Let me see. So we got Fluffy Ears in there. We got Grassy Orb in there. We got Polar Bear in there. Nobody in here, so I'll put Fire Breather in here. And then that's probably a little drag. We'll get it. Other videos, I watched the Charm Team with Mahira and built it with Khazard. Roam built higher. My problem is being new, no idea about matchups and when to use her. The big thing, Repels, is the formation works incredibly well if you can kind of keep the heroes together, and also if you can keep if there's no burst. If there's a big burst team, sometimes it will work, sometimes it doesn't. Some of the burst teams are good depending how fast you can get off Mahira's ultimate ability. So there are some where Mahira will just naturally work within a formation. There's some where you're going to be absolutely required to use Rosaline to follow. Rosaline to actually follow Mahira to get multiple charms off on the team. It works in a lot of different places. It's hard because the formation, you have to know who you're fighting. That's why it's hard. Even in here, I think we're using one of these team formations in here is the Charizard, which is right here. So as you can see, guys, to get this ult off faster, we actually drop Rosaline in here, or Rose in here with Mahira. This is the classic Charizard. Mainly, she controls everyone. Zolrath is the one who does an incredible amount of damage. Then, of course, we know down here with Khazard, not a big burst team. Kaz doesn't do a lot of burst. Even Kren, looking in here, Verk, not a lot of burst within there. So they'll slowly kill each other as you're ulting. And that's kind of the goal. It's not going to be a sudden, instant burn kill, but it's going to be a slow burn as they just work through each other. And right there was an ult. There was a second ult. And then, of course, Vert got away. A lot of it is the amount of the battle you're fighting, the enemies you're fighting. That's really the big thing. I'm honestly just building out Celestial and Hypogens to Mythic one by one and continuing past Mythic. The big thing, Raphael, is there's a couple that don't work without being built. That's kind of, again, there are a few that you really do have to build out. If you do not build them out, they do not work. That's kind of the thing. Have you seen the new chapter? Yes, I've seen chapter 53. I've seen the screenshots of it. I believe In Season is already there. I talk to him every now and then, but I believe he is already into chapter 53 at this point, or he's very, very close. A couple guildies are even max out level-wise. So when a new chapter comes out, they literally just move right into the new chapter because they're already there. What's going on, Tresnar? Oof, I forgot to make room for you on my friends list. Friends list full. First time catching the stream. What's your thoughts about the upcoming faction hero? Which one do you mean, Ali Gamer? Because I know that Dolly's been alluding to a chimera coming, a three-headed monster, I guess. I haven't seen anything short of that, but it would be kind of interesting to see if they didn't go humanoid. A lot of people said that the chimera that was kind of coming, or what Dolly was talking about, was actually going to be a pet or going to be a beast versus being another hero. It's going to be interesting if it is not a humanoid, if it is just a legitimate monster. Again, I think that's going to be interesting to see if that's the way they do it. If you link these characters with a 5-star, do they take away from the other? No, they don't take away. When you're linking the characters together, if you mean the dimensionals, when you link them together, they don't take away hardly, but they can't be used together. That's the really big thing. They cannot be used in the same formations. So you have to be really cognizant of who you're putting together, because they can't be together in a formation. Early game, it's really easy. When you get to multiple stages, it gets a little bit more difficult. Hey, as a new player, what faction should I focus on? Based on summons, Graveborn. So, Stantis, I would absolutely go, guys. Graveborn running Daemon. Daemon will carry you. Daemon is used early game, mid game, late game, end game, even used in Curse Realm formations. Daemon is probably one of the absolute biggest top priority heroes to build, because he's insane. I've heard that as well. And if you guys join me for Sunday's live stream, people are talking about the Awakened version of Torn, which I think would be kind of crazy to see, but 3 heads. He's the only hero we have that has 3 heads. So viability wise, it could be the Awakened version of Torn. It's gonna be interesting to see if that's the case. If it really does come out to be that Awakened version, it'll be interesting. But then again, they did Solus, and look how absolutely amazing the Awakened version of Solus is. So I wouldn't put it past Lilith to do something like that. I'm still voting, and I'm still hoping that it's going to be Chimera. I would love to see the Awakened version of Chimera again, just for the nostalgia purposes. Would be honestly one of the biggest things I would love to see again from the whole nostalgia. And there we go, guys. Thorin with the cheese got it done on that formation. And let's see if Brutus can do it. Got a lot of crowd control in here, guys, between Leonardo and Raku. And Raku can burn targets down pretty quick. Then it goes right back to the crowd control. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, there we get the Awakened version of Walker. Gosh, Walker's still so bad. It's funny to see the Awakened version of Walker, but that would be absolutely hilarious. I literally got no Greyborn from 4 chapters, used all the redemption codes as well. I guess it's time to re-roll. Yeah, re-rolling might be the easiest. If you didn't get anyone, like I said, the biggest one to carry is early game, is getting Daemon. Daemon carries so hard. It's incredible. Yeah, the awkward Walker instead of the Awakened Walker. That would be hilarious. Which that one we ran out of time, guys. Mezoth, giant meatball, is difficult to kill. This giant Mezoth down here, he is a hero that is very, very tough to kill, which is the reason why players absolutely hate fighting. Yeah, if it's Awakened Walker, guys, that's it. They're not giving him the A for the Awakened. They're giving it for the awkward, which would be hilarious. I literally got no... Oh, yeah, no Greyborn. I really wish Lilith could introduce Shadow Invasion weekly contest. Yes, Najib. Now, that was my thought as well. If you can do weekly contests on the Shadow Invasion. So I really think 2 things about that, guys. One, they need to add a leaderboard. I would love to see Shadow Invasion to have a weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it may be, a monthly leaderboard in there, Najib. That's exactly what I would love to see, is a leaderboard in there. In addition, if they did a leaderboard for each of the heroes that we have in there. So if you want to sit there and try to grind it out with a Hogan, as difficult as it may be, you could still have that possibility on the leaderboard to grind it out with the Awakened version of Hogan and just reward players on the leaderboard. I would love to see a leaderboard in there, guys. And there we go. I think we got it. Got that one through. Very nice. So, of course, 18 billion damage from our 5-star. That is right, guys. We got her to 5-star Lucretia. Thorin Cheese worked incredibly well there. Raku, guys, 15 billion damage from Raku. Even though the Awakened version of Brutus is only Mythic Plus, still worked pretty good there. And, of course, Charmazard. Look at that. This is why we build out Zolrath, guys. Definitely need to get him some more engraving to maximize the damage. And then 12, almost 13 billion damage in there from Grez. Absolutely crazy. That is awesome to see the damage. But another boss stage complete, guys. Takes a long time. So friends list, guys, like I said, friend setting, accept all. There we go. So we accepted some. Everybody else, unfortunately, that is in here, we will have to see. Who do we got? One day. So Javid is in there. I'm not sure who this is. Skull and Bones. It doesn't have a name on there. But again, this is going to be something. So if I drop somebody out of here, I will add somebody in. So I'm going to keep everyone in here on the friend setting. I will accept if I drop some people. We'll go ahead and put some of those out. Also here, guys, again, these are kind of first come, first serve. I auto lend to anyone who is on the list. So if you do make the list, if you're on the friends list, I auto lend in there. Again, don't discriminate versus anyone who's coming through there. I auto lend to whoever comes through, whenever they come through. It just makes it easy to go ahead and auto lend. What's going on? Christopher is here. Thank you for joining the stream. Is there any chance for us to have more than one awakened hero for every faction? That's a good question, Venom. So we've actually talked about that quite a few times. We don't know if Lilith is actually going to go just through the recycle. Again, if they're going to go right to a Celestial, then a Hypogen, and just continue through the factions with the awakened heroes. I don't even know at this point if they know once the Graveborn hero comes out. I'm hoping they will give us a heads up or really let us know what they're thinking with the heroes coming out. Again, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what they do and how the release schedule and what the release schedule is going to look like based on the new heroes. And again, just kind of following Mickey through here. That way I can talk to you guys. You can get Damon to 80. And so, yeah, Damon, absolute carry. Like we've said, I summoned a Lucretia and Awakened Brutus on one of my alts. Very nice. And Hoang has joined us, guys. Another new subscriber. Didn't even catch it. Didn't hear the sound or the notification for it. So that's already 2 subscribers we've gotten in the stream, guys. Absolutely awesome to see that we're still getting subs in here, guys. We are almost to 27,000. I think close to 27,000 or maybe 28,000 subscribers. It's getting crazy, guys. It is absolutely getting crazy. We're almost to 27,000 subscribers on the channel. Again, incredible. It's more than I ever thought that the channel would grow to where it has playing AFK Arena. But again, I absolutely love it. I love being able to sit in here and talk to you guys. What is this formation? I didn't even pay much attention to it. It looks like they're running Raku in the back, Mahira up front. Just a little bit of crowd control relying on Raku for this formation. It might work. We'll give it a couple tries. I know my name pronunciation has always been absolutely horrendous. I know. Do you even use support characters? A lot of the support, Harley, when you get further into the game, when you start getting into higher level deficiencies, the crowd control overwrites the support. Again, if you don't have, let's say, tanks that have immunity, you will never get through stages. It's not so much about the support when you get to a certain point. It's this. Literally what you're seeing right here. It is the crowd control aspect that burned down this entire team. Support in this game is really is lacking to a point. Again, when you start getting level deficiencies, you can't handle any of the level deficiencies. You have to have the crowd control aspect, which again is kind of interesting to see, but it's the only way you're going to make it through content is crowd controlling versus trying to support. The immunity, waiting for the damage to essentially come out, is the only way that this is going to work. Hi, I'm new to this game. What mostly first to do? Sarah, joining the game. First of all, welcome to AFK Arena, the crazy 3-year game we've been playing. Honestly, you want to do the easy way to start. Push in the campaign as far as you can. Once you kind of get stopped in the campaign, go over to the towers, push through the towers, go through any of the peaks of time, any of the voyages that you can get, go to PvP, and then you kind of rinse and repeat. you'll get to a point where you naturally hit kind of a stopping point within the game, and it's meant to take time. This is not a game that you're going to sit down and play and grind out for 18 hours. Still does have a big AFK aspect, especially early game. It's gonna take time. It does take time to get through there, but literally just going through those, those 5 rotations, it works incredibly well. Just does take a lot of time to get through there. Will Zorath work with 1 star for the Mahira team, or when you say built, you need a max stars? Yes. With Zorath, the only thing you have to have repels with Zorath is his furniture. If Zorath does not have his furniture, there is absolutely no reason to build Zorath. There's no reason to even use Zorath. Short of having that 3 of 9 furniture, it is the only way that you are going to get through any of the stages. Zorath doesn't work without 3 of 9 furniture. Just like Skarath doesn't work without 3 of 9. Just like Rain doesn't work without 3 of 9. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you do have it. Off topic, how much would you spend monthly on AFK Arena? So I cap it, Jordan, at 100. 100 or less is it. That is all that I spend monthly, and I don't even spend that much. That's actually the hard cap that I have. Even with this, with 2 new dimensionals coming out, they were $65 to get both of them. Capping it every month, 100 or less. So if I miss 1 or 2 Noble Societies, which I have this month, because again, I cap what we put in here every single month. I cap what's in there. Would you build Kren or Raku to E30 or 60 first for the campaign? I would build Raku. Raku, guys, is a very, very solid choice. Even early, Raku does a lot of damage when you start building them out. Honestly, I use Raku probably 10 times as much as I use Kren. I still have Kren built out to the plus 60 engraving, but ultimately, between both of them, I use Raku a lot more. This formation, I feel like there's way too much support, and this is some of what you fall into. We're not getting through. Now, perfect example of what you guys are thinking. So think of the fire breather pet that we have right now, and look at what we have going on right here. So right now, looking again at this formation, we have a ton of healing right here from Almas. If I had the fire breathing pet leveled up, he would actually negate the healing that they're doing in here, which is the reason he's really broken, because he will actually negate the healing that we have within formations, which again is just a really, really broken part. I'm going to try putting Thane in here. But ultimately, that's one of the reasons why some of the pets are pretty broken, is because you have abilities like that. You have abilities to do more damage. You have a couple pretty solid abilities in there. Is there a way to get Albedo? You can borrow her through the garrison. So Harley, you can actually go to where your friends list is. The 3rd tab to your left is the garrison. If you garrison the hero 6 times, you get the hero permanently, or you get them for free essentially. Yep, but you can go in there and you can garrison the heroes in there. My Rowan is 1 copy away from 5 stars and has 4 of 9 furniture. Yeah, Rowan's pretty strong. Rowan is actually a very, very very good hero. Does incredibly well. Still early game, does the same. Does incredibly well early game. Stuck. What should I do if I'm stuck for a long time? Are you grinding out the towers? Honestly, when you look at being stuck for a while, faction towers work incredibly well. That's one place where I feel like a lot of people might. Let's try Geralt in here. You know what? Faction towers are a place where you can grind a lot. There is a lot of content you can grind in there, which works incredibly well. PvP doesn't really give that much. Not that PvP. I don't PvP very much. Most of you know. Not super impressed with the whole PvP aspect. I'm wondering if we put PvP doesn't yield very many rewards. That's kind of the big thing. We put Yennefer in here, which now she's getting banished. Knocking back, got the crowd control in there. I was hoping a little bit of crowd control in here could make a difference. Again, it seems like this is just going to be kind of the RNG factor of getting a team to do a lot of damage in here. I know we have some more crowd control in here. And Oden we have in another team. Or we have Pharrell. We can drop Pharrell in here. It'll actually give us the 5 bonus. Pharrell has crowd control, guys. One thing I, again, absolutely owns in AFK Arena, crowd control. Works incredibly well. Who do you say your best investment are? The Noble Society and the 45k diamonds? Yes, Jordan. Number one, the biggest investment, the biggest return is the $20. The advancement rewards, the climbers pack are the best investment, period. That's why they limit them. You can't buy an incredibly high amount of them. They are pretty limited, but again, they are the best investment within AFK Arena are the advancement packs, followed by the daily rewards. I like the daily rewards depending on where you're at. The daily chests, again, are 2 things that give you a lot of resources. You do have to pick them up over 30 days, so it is kind of the time thing there. But again, you can get a lot of resources over there, and the price for those are good. The monthly and the deluxe monthly card are the 2 that I'm talking about. The return with both of them, again, are pretty good. I think every day when you're stuck, the level gets weaker. It's not every day. It's Tresnar as more players go through. Yeah, so it's both sides, Dark Lucifer. So AFK Arena actually runs a dynamic campaign. So that was probably about 2 years ago. They went to a dynamic campaign. So what that means is as more players progress within campaign chapters, the enemies get weaker. And again, that is kind of by design. So as players are continuing through chapter 43, just like I'm making progression now, as I go through more content, players behind me that are in lower chapters, the stages get weaker. They get weaker. So not only are you getting stronger, but the heroes themselves are getting weaker. Yes, Dark Lucifer, they do. They do. If you look, even if you look at some of my videos where a couple months ago I went through chapter 38, and now you look at my videos today, the levels of chapter 38 from today are going to be entirely different from the videos that I did a while ago. They were both, there you go, Dark Lucifer said they were both right. Yeah, so not only do you get stronger, but like I said, the chapters do get easier. And look at it, guys. Here's little teddy bear Damon just hit his face to the floor. But again, Damon is a hero, guys, that is used in an incredible amount of AFK Arena. Even at this stage, we're in chapter 43 right now, and we are still utilizing Damon. And look at Oden just teleporting. It's Thorin is just being chain teleported in the back. That was pretty funny. I want to actually see that one more time. This is what Oden does. It's pretty funny. I'll slow it down. He just chain teleports him. And this is another reason why so many players love Oden. He can lock down teams. So let's see. So there's the ult. So there's poor Thorin. He gets dropped on his face, as you can see right there. So he died. Gets dropped on his face right here. Oden just picks him up, drops him on his face, and just continues to lock them down. Same thing happens in the Cursed Realm. If anyone gets out of line within the Cursed Realm, Oden just puts him right back in line and just continues to drop him right on his face. No opportunity for a cheese, can't even get him left. And our grassy orb is just coming in there for some beast damage. It's fun. It's funny seeing that. I love how they do that. Deluxe Daily is a godsend. Yes, the Deluxe Dailies, the ticket is, the price tag is good. The ticket is good. That's one of my favorite packs. So looking here, guys, look at that 10 billion damage. This is the reason I build Raku. I know a player asked a little bit earlier about Raku, guys. Right there, 10 billion damage. This is the reason. This is a team. Charizard works incredibly well. This is kind of a variation that we've been seeing with it, is running Leonardo with Raku, and then of course the Charizard team in there. 16 billion from Thorin, incredible. Look at that, 16 billion from Grez, reason we build him out. 17 billion there from Scarlet, priority. Then of course 19 billion. When you look at here, guys, everybody is here essentially to build Lucretia or to feed Lucretia power. We have the stun right there from Granite. We also do have the amplification there. We have the buff here from Helos, and then of course Zafriel for some crowd control. Incredibly cool. Exactly how it works as intended. That's exactly what it is. Here, look at this one. This one's an interesting formation too. This is actually an older formation that players used to run, but you have a delay coming in with Zolras, 3 of 9 furniture, crowd control here, crowd control here, crowd control here, and then of course Grez is incredibly difficult to kill. This again is a pretty dynamic formation. Raku can't die earlier, it doesn't work, but it's an interesting formation to see that players are running in here. Again, this is an older formation. We used to run Kren and Raku together, and there it is. So if Kren ults, it's pretty much game over, guys. He doesn't stop ulting, which again is kind of crazy to see. And Raku, boom, 8 billion, 8 billion. These two we used to run together all the time. Could you run Kane Twisted Realm? I don't think I have the friends list yet. Unless somebody, I don't think anyone. So one big thing in here, Jonathan, I don't have the Awakened version of Taylene. So I actually borrow my own copies. So the Twisted Realm, looking in here, the Awakened version of Taylene is a really dead set requirement if you want to score in here. I have to borrow 2 heroes in here, and I borrow 2 heroes every single time. One is the Awakened version of Taylene, which I'm not sure. I thought maybe I put it in here already. Yep, the Awakened version of Taylene. BMO or Miller of, either one of these usually let me borrow the Awakened version of Taylene. Then I would run the Twisted Realm because it's a requirement. If you do not have her build, guys, 110%, absolutely murk the Awakened version of Taylene if you can. In comparison to the damage she does, in comparison to the original version of Taylene, it is literally night and day. The original version of Taylene, of course, is a support hero. Does considerable amount of damage, but nowhere near what we see with the Awakened version of Taylene. So absolutely, guys, I borrow the Awakened version of Taylene. I also do borrow the Awakened version of Solus. I do not have Solus at this time. They are the two that I prioritize. You have her, so it helps. Yeah, incredibly easy if you have her. But again, I built Aziz, so we actually built him out, as you can see, the Lord of Nightmares. I built out Thane. The Awakened version of Thane was the focus that I built. And then, of course, we're building Brutus. So this is where our cards have kind of went to. I didn't get Solus, and I didn't get the Awakened version of Taylene, just because I murk them. That's, again, we kind of go back and forth. A lot of my accounts have the Awakened version. I actually have all of them between the 8 accounts that I work, but it works incredibly well. Did you ever try Prince, Raku, Joker, LDV, and Mishka? Yes, it does work. The thing that I've noticed with Joker is the damage seems to fall off. So I build Joker out quite a bit, even have 3 of 9 furniture. Overall, there's a lot of other formations where it works better than with Joker's ult. Joker doesn't seem to scale as good. It is kind of the disappointing part with that combination, Treznar. Prince, I've even had the Prince actually out damage Joker, which isn't meant to happen, but unfortunately it does. I've had Prince of Persia actually out damage him by quite a bit, even though his ultimate ability or his skill down here, all out attack, maybe because I don't have him engraved, maybe that would make a big difference if I had 60 engraving on him. But ultimately, if you look through all the campaign stages that we were going through, most of them do not have, some of them run Queen. We see Queen run actually quite a bit within formations, but Joker, unfortunately, is a hero that has kind of become non-existent. Within formations, there isn't really anyone I know that's running him. Even kind of, he used to be good for PvP. I think at this point, he's even fallen out of the PvP game. I don't even think he's running formations. Just been replaced. He's been replaced by a lot of other heroes. He's even looking here. Congratulations. Oh, look, we made it. I got to set my team, guys. I'm going to have to come back. I don't PvP. This goes automatic. Look at my team. This team was when Ainz came out. Even looking here, guys, what do we have? Helos is in here. Mishka is in here. 7 teams, even Tresnar. These teams don't work. This PvP team absolutely does not work, as far as I know. Even here, guys, the cheese team or the Thorn cheese team, again, I don't do anything within PvP. I might have to see if Newton's up and see if he wants to give me any pointers. But like I was saying, right there, we have Yennefer and we have the Witcher in there. You have the awakened version of Solus. There's Brutus in there. Valoris. There's Audrey. A lot of really, really strong heroes. But unfortunately, there is no Joker. Even looking through here again, a lot of players that really love PvP. Joker, unfortunately, there's Prince of Persia. There's Walker, which I know that they change these formations so people can't see the formations. But I don't see him very much within PvP. I don't have Awakened Brutus, but I focused on Awakened Thane, Talene, and Solus. Yeah, low spender. It takes an incredible amount of time. Again, we're 2 copies away from getting Brutus. We're actually 2 copies away from getting him awakened. And then we have enough resources to at least add some stars on him, which we absolutely want to. But it's good because right now we haven't had any new heroes released, which means that we have been burning through diamonds to build them. Because even Orin we have built. Tarnos I passed on. No one's building him. Solus I don't have any copies, but we still have a month. Then, of course, the 2-dimensionals and our pets we're building out as well, little by little, which is very, very cool to see. Overall, guys, I hope that the Witcher would work. Witcher and Yennefer would work a little bit, but it seems like with the level deficiencies in here, it's going to be a struggle. So are they going to be used in the campaign? Honestly, my thought is probably not. I don't think we're going to see them within campaign utilization. They might be ones, again, PvP, it seems like they're going to be very heavy in. That's where exactly that they've been falling in line with PvP. Haven't seen them yet in the Twisted Realm and the Cursed Realm. Doesn't mean they're not going to be there yet, but as of right now, guys, they have not made an appearance in there. So maybe pretty soon, maybe shortly, maybe never. You might get these 2 new heroes, save up all your resources, get them, and then find, hey, I'm not really using them for anything, which is unfortunate, but we've seen that as well, where they don't really ever find a place. When does the advanced ship open? I believe it is 10 awakened hero, or excuse me, 10 ascended heroes. So the advanced ship actually comes from the Field of Stars. It is actually in the Field of Stars. Joan of Arc's E60 is broken. She hard stuns healers when she hits them. It's so strong with CC. Then her ult when she does the stun. Yeah, now I've heard kind of both ways, Hive Tyrant. So I've heard that the E60 works well, but not as much as it should. That's again what a lot of players have said, is it's not working as much as people had hoped it would with her stun. PvP, I can definitely see it. A lot of the Cursed Realm, I know if you have her even at E60, when the Enraged Timer goes, it doesn't really stun that much. But overall, guys, the 30 is good. Of course, anytime that you build the heroes higher, survivability goes up, abilities go up, damage goes up, things of that nature. But again, is she going to be a huge priority? To get to E60, probably not. What's going on, Crave? Yeah, I know. this was a late night stream, guy. There will not be a stream tomorrow. That is the reason we're doing it now. It is actually my son's 6th birthday party tomorrow, so I will not be doing the live stream. That is why I did want to go ahead and get it done for this week, guys. I love having the ability to come on here and chat with you guys, answer questions, being able to talk to players that love AFK Arena like I do. It's very, very fun and something that I look forward to every single week. Yep, advanced ship, definitely 10. Yes, dimensional tower. Now, I hope, Alfred Us, just like you, I'm thinking that they're probably going to drop it when you can get the Witcher heroes, is what I'm hoping. Some of you do know that you can kind of chat with AFK Arena through Facebook, and they said that a dimensional tower is coming soon, but they're not giving us any time frame for it. So we're gonna have to see when it comes. But now that we do have 15 heroes that we have accessibility to, and we have enough support heroes in there as well, tower definitely coming. It needs to come sooner than later. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, he's sleeping right now. Both my kids are sleeping, but it's crazy to think that I have a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. It still baffles my mind every day. To all of you guys that have kids out there, it is the best experience of my life. It's so cool to see the things they say, the things they do, playing together. It's always absolutely amazing every day. So, all right, guys, 43-39. This is a Thorin stage. Most of you know, guys, Thorin stage is literally just the RNG aspect. I don't know if anyone was running something that was not Thorin in here. See, there's Ainz, but that's level 630. And they have the Awakened version of Solus. And then these are much, much higher, guys, 664. So I think it's going to be another one that we're going to have to run the Thorin cheese. It looks like it is going to be a Thorin cheese fiasco for this one. So I'm going to have to set it up. I'm going to have to let it run. And that is going to be it. Can't wait. Yeah. Can't wait for the dimensional tower, guys. It's going to be very cool to see. It's coming soon. Again, they told us it was coming, but again, they didn't have any date for it, so there's nothing set in stone. But eventually it is going to be there. So I'm going to let Thorin sit here, guys, and just do his thing. But that'll do it for today's live stream. Glad we got some more copies. We got Lucretia up to 5 stars. And we're 8 cards closer to getting our Awakened version of Brutus, guys. 2 more copies we need, and he will be all the way up to Ascendant. And then we're just going to build him out from there. Have to build him out with the Stargazer cards. Have to build him out with the diamonds, which would be very cool. Which of them do you find spending? I don't spend that much, Jordan. Again, I cap it with the spending every single month, exactly what it is. To buy the 99 pack, I would honestly buy the Noble Society before I would do the $99 packs. I know you get the cards out of there, but ultimately you get them over an amount of time if you're buying the monthly deluxe card and things of that nature. It just takes a little bit more time, but the cost is much, much cheaper. The return is much, much higher than just racing and buying those $99 packs. They're pretty expensive, Jordan. Again, I wouldn't spend my money on the bigger packs. I like the return, the slow, steady build that I get out of the Noble Society. Also, with all of those advancement pack, climber packs, all of those yielding an incredible amount of diamonds, you can go ahead and either pick up cards or you can stargaze for a lot of things in there. Yeah, a little bit late there, Crave. All right, guys, but like I said, that'll do it for tonight's live stream, guys. Definitely got some more content, got some more videos coming out pretty soon. Playing a lot of stuff's going on. Beta tested some games. Infinite Magic Raid on the other channel. We've been playing that a little bit. Playing AFK Arena. There's a lot more stuff to be coming with this game. Also have a lot of events that are coming. There's a ton within the next couple days that are coming. Of course, the patch is coming live on Tuesday, which means we're getting a new pet. And the biggest by far quality of life thing that we have probably seen in years is, of course, going to be the auto completion of the lab. So the Arcane Labyrinth is actually going to have that auto lab or the autocomplete feature for the first 2 floors, which my account over on the test server is not high enough to test it out yet. You have to be into chapter 39, and I'm not that far yet. The pet in this formation, a lot of people are saying that the pets in Thorin Cheese, particularly Hive, are throwing off the damage. It's throwing off the damage. It's throwing off the Thorin ability, which I don't know, again, if that's 100% true, but a lot of people are saying that because of the ultimate abilities we're seeing here, it's throwing off the cheese. And again, I don't know the theory behind it. I'm thinking because Thorin's not taking the damage, or you can kill out an enemy before he does the retaliation. Yes, auto lab completion is coming, which is awesome. Very, very cool to see, guys. Pretty soon it will be here. Yeah, that's it, Hive. So they were saying that the pets are broken for this, that it's not working as intended, or it's messing with the feng shui that we have with Thorin in the cheese effect. All right, guys. So again, I know I'm getting caught up here, but again, that'll do it for today's stream, guys. Have a good weekend. Got some stuff to take care of. Again, it's happy birthday tomorrow, which is going to be very cool. So have a good night, guys. And as always, thank you guys for watching.